Bullies hosed down new girl in the schoolyard. What she did next made them run. The camera fades in on a rainy afternoon. A soaked school uniform clings to a trembling girl standing in the middle of the schoolyard. Her hair is dripping, her books scattered in the mud. Around her, a few students laugh cruelly while holding a garden hose, spraying her as if she were a joke, not a human being. But she doesn't scream. She doesn't cry. She just looks at them, calm, silent, and strangely unbroken. One of the bullies laughs louder, shouting, "You're not even gonna fight back." Ha! She simply bends down, picks up her drenched backpack, and whispers something only she can hear. "You'll remember my name." What happens next will change not only her life, but the entire school's. Maya Patel had transferred to Ridgewood High halfway through the year. Quiet, polite, and always sitting alone. She'd just moved to town with her mother after her father passed away in an accident. Her mother, a nurse, worked long shifts, leaving Maya to figure out a new life in a new city, surrounded by faces that didn't know her pain. From day one, she was different. She wore thrifted clothes, carried an old bag patched on the sides, and rarely spoke unless spoken to. To most of the students, she was invisible, until one afternoon, someone decided she shouldn't be. That someone was Chloe, the self-appointed queen of the school. Blonde hair, perfect nails, and a smile that could slice glass. She was popular, beautiful, and ruthless. Her friends followed her lead in everything, including cruelty. The first encounter was small, a shove in the hallway, an accidental spill of juice on Maya's books. Maya said nothing. She simply cleaned it up and kept walking. But silence in a cruel world often invites more cruelty. By the second week, the whispers had spread. "Did you see her shoes? She probably can't afford lunch. Maybe she's homeless." Maya heard it all, every word, but she stayed quiet. Every night, she'd go home, look at her father's photograph, and whisper, "I'll make you proud, Dad. I'll never break." She spent her evenings helping her mother studying and secretly working on her passion, robotics. Back in her old school, she had been a science fair champion, dreaming of building machines that could help in hospitals like the one her mom worked in. But here, no one knew that side of her. No one cared. Until the day everything changed. It was the school's annual fair week, and students were setting up booths in the yard. Maya had quietly signed up to present her robotics project, a small, self-powered drone that could deliver medical kits. She stayed late after class, working under the sun, wires and tools scattered beside her. That's when Chloe and her friends showed up. "What's this? A science project or a trash display?" One of them laughed. Maya ignored them, tightening a screw carefully. Chloe smirked, picked up the project box, and pretended to inspect it. "Looks like something a 5-year-old made," she sneered. And before Maya could react, she tossed it onto the ground. The delicate circuit snapped. For the first time, Maya's calm broke. She stood up and whispered, "That took me weeks to build." Chloe shrugged. "Then build faster next time." The next day, Chloe took things further. When she saw Maya alone in the yard again, she grabbed the hose meant for watering plants. Her friends surrounded Maya, laughing. "Let's see if your cheap clothes can handle a wash." Before Maya could move, cold water blasted her face. The group erupted in laughter. Mud splattered across her legs and books. Students nearby watched but said nothing. Some recorded it on their phones. For a moment, Maya stood frozen. Not because she was scared, but because she was done. She slowly turned, water dripping from her eyelashes, and stared straight at Chloe. "You shouldn't have done that," she said softly. "You have no idea who I am." Then she walked away, leaving them laughing behind her, unaware that their laughter would soon turn into regret. That night, Maya didn't sleep. She cleaned up her broken project, dried her books, and opened her laptop. Her fingers moved fast, eyes sharp. She was building something, not a drone this time, but something that would expose truth, not just fly. The next morning, whispers filled the school halls. Students found digital posters flashing on every classroom screen. "Stand up. Speak out. Stop the bullying." Attached was a video, the video from the yard, Chloe, the hose, the laughter, the humiliation, all of it. But what shocked everyone wasn't the video. It was how perfectly it was edited, with captions, timestamps, and a message at the end. If you watched and said nothing, you were part of it too. The video went viral within the school in hours. Teachers, parents, and even the principal were furious. Chloe tried to claim she was framed, but Maya had left no room for lies. She had coded the school's own system to play the video on every screen at 800 a.m. sharp, using the same technology she'd built for her project. She didn't do it for revenge. She did it to make them see what they'd become. When she walked into class that day, the room fell silent. Chloe and her friends sat stiff, eyes down. No one laughed. No one whispered. The principal called an emergency assembly. On stage, Maya stood beside him, nervous but determined. "I didn't do this to embarrass anyone," she began, her voice trembling. "I did this because silence hurts more than words. Every day, someone goes home feeling worthless because others think it's funny to make them feel small. I know how it feels to lose everything and still wake up hoping for kindness." She looked out at the crowd. "If you ever stood there and watched someone being bullied, you have the power to stop it. Use it." The gym was silent. Even Chloe's eyes were wet. By the end of the week, Chloe approached Maya quietly. She looked pale, nervous, and broken in a way Maya hadn't seen before. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I didn't realize how much it hurts. I just followed what everyone else did." Maya looked at her, not with anger, but with the calm strength she'd always had. "Change that," she said. "Don't follow. Lead, but with kindness." Months later, Maya's robotics project was rebuilt, stronger, smarter, and faster. It was chosen to represent the school at the state fair. Chloe volunteered to help her with the presentation. The two stood side by side, once enemies, now teammates. When Maya launched her drone, it soared high into the sky.